Uh-oh, guess what day it is?
I'm gonna make you girls a hump day treat.
Mike. It's hump day.
Perhaps I could help you with that hump.
What hump?
A very good day for some midweek malarkey.
Well, technically it is not Wednesday. So it's not midweek, but, we missed yesterday together, so I figured, what the heck, right? Let's just do this thing together on Thursday. So it's the Thursday edition of Midweek Malarkey. We're back from an extended hiatus. I don't know what you call it. We weren't here. So welcome back. My name is Brad. That's Habib. He's the happy camel most of the time. And both of us would like to welcome you into the craziness that is Midweek Malarkey for today, June 27th, year of our Lord 2024. Just a couple of things from the real world before we get into the wackadoodle. I was just checking the Vegas odds for, I don't know if you heard or not, there's going to be a debate tonight. I know it's crazy, right? But there's a debate, a couple of guys. So Vegas odds on the debate, they get so granular on this stuff, but whose first answer during the debate will be longer? Biden has a higher probability of having a longer answer. Strictly, they say, because it takes him longer to process and speak than Trump. And this is from oddschecker.com. Probably nonpartisan. However, Trump could be an interesting selection because it's highly probable that he will interrupt Biden while he's speaking. But we don't know that we'll be able to hear him when he does that because they're shutting down the microphones. And if they're far enough away from each other, you're going to hear. And that's what they'll do. They'll cut him off. The debate winner as per polls. According to oddschecker.com, Donald Trump's personality typically wins debates. Be careful with this bet, though. They say you might think your candidate won, but the polls could be vastly different because you just never know. Who will be the first to mispronounce a politician's name? Joe Biden is the favorite at 200 under. He will. Even if Joe Biden is as good as he was during the State of the Union address, he'll still likely make a mistake with his words. So anyway, if you're a betting sort of person, there you go. Again, if you'd like to take part in the program today, you can do so over on Rumble at midweekmalarkey.com. If you're listening to this recorded afterward, we release the podcast afterward. So if you're listening to the recorded version and next time you want to do it live, F it, we'll do it live. Unfolding Joker, Texas Yankee, 77, Bugs Mom are already over in the Rumble chat room. All right, so we will start with a rather embarrassing program story, rather. Well, embarrassing or entertaining, you decide. That is the former mayor of Rio. He's not having a good time. He's the three-time mayor of Brazil's most famous city. And he was logged in for a Zoom meeting. And he forgot that he was on I don't know how you forget you're on the toilet. But he forgot he was on the toilet. And anyway, it went something like this. Watch this guy's reaction.
Pela Comissão de Cultura, o senhor vereador Rocal.
Favorável, presidente.
Whoops!
Senhor vereador César Maia, peço que o senhor desligue
This guy just noticed it
a
too.
câmera, por favor.
He's like, oh, he's trying not to laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. He's like, dude was on the pot. I mean, everybody, and there he's like, whoa, crap. Literally.
Senhor vereador César Maia.
I mean, it is 2024, and after, the whole world shutting down, we got used to seeing people's significant others in the background doing everything, walking around naked.
Maia,
Guy. I mean, there's just a special kind of fun when you, hey, whoa! Let's take it frame by frame. It's like, hey, I'm just sitting here on the crapper.
senhor vereador César Maia, peço que o senhor desligue o...
The other guy finally laughs. Because you know what? Sometimes you just have to laugh. You do. I don't know if you knew that or not. But the guy's name is Cesar Maya. He's 78. Give the guy a break. He's old. He logged in for the Zoom meeting with the other counselors yesterday. While sitting on the canaroo, he appeared to quickly realize his mistake after being seen by others on the call with his trousers around his ankles. Happens every time. Am I right? Of course, how do we know? How do we know he didn't do it on purpose? Right? I mean, anything is possible at this point in time. But here's the picture that will forever. There you go. There's your four-shot. All the Zoom participants. Yeah, still not as bad as what's his dingle face over there at CNN, Jeffrey Toobin. At least this dude was just, constitutional. Meanwhile, in Canada, right? Canada, that crazy place. A Canadian man has had 2 healthy fingers amputated to relieve his body integrity dysphoria. I thought it was first do no harm. And really, quite frankly, the biggest reason that I wanted to do this, and this is not his hand, but that is a representation of a hand that's kind of missing some digit. Again, it's not his hand, but it's what his hand might look like after they've, cut the fingers off. Because he had this body integrity dysphoria, and quite frankly, the biggest reason I really wanted to do this story was because this is the doctor, and she's kind of hot. That is the doctor. Let's see here. Her name rather. Where the hell did her name go? Hang on a minute. Dr. Nadia Nedieu. That is her name, and he hides his fingers. She said keeps them flexed, leading to impaired dexterity, localized pain, irritability, and anger. Dr. Nadia Nedieu of the Department of Psychiatry at Université Laval, I believe that's French, in the journal Clinical Case reports he grew more determined to find a way to get rid of the fingers he considered intrusive, foreign, unwanted. He had contemplated asking a friend to watch over him and be prepared to call emergency services in case his attempt led to a need for resuscitation. Man, you've got to really not want to have your fingers to be willing to. But I mean, she's all right. Right? Just saying. Look, you got to take the good with the bad. Sometimes you just have to, some people are hot and some people are not. I'm not saying this woman isn't, but her name is Samaya Thomas. She had a dating app. Samaya had a dating app on her phone up in Iowa. And in Iowa, it gets lonely. I mean, come on. It's Iowa, for crying out loud. So she has the dating app on her phone. She starts exchanging texts with the dude that she matches up with. Not saying it was Match. Bumbled around. I'm not saying it was Bumble. Not saying it was any of them. But she exchanged a few texts with the dude before arranging to meet in person at her residence last week. But when she got there, she's 18. What are they? 18. Come on. She got cold feet. She dials 911 so that she wouldn't have to meet the guy. It's Iowa. Again, anything is possible. It's Iowa. In the criminal complaint, Samaya Thomas, who lives in an Iowa City suburb, called police to report that her abusive ex-boyfriend had shown up outside her residence and was sending her threats via Snapchat to hit, punch, kick, and stab her. See, the The problem is it wasn't her ex-boyfriend. It was some dude she had just matched up with, not on Match, maybe on Bumble. Maybe it was it's a tinderbox of a situation there is all I'm saying. You see what I did there? I feel like I need that. Sorry, these are the jokes. Thomas claimed that she has known this man for 2 years and that she was pregnant with his baby. She is what we like to call in the business crazy. Yeah. Officers responding to her residence encountered a male leaving the scene and began an in-depth investigation about the reports being made. The man, who was detained by police, explained that he began speaking with Thomas just over a week ago on a dating app. I have known her for 2 years. We've never gone out. And at this rate, I am counting my blessings. He provided text messages that showed that he was being honest and he really did just meet this female. Yet, honestly, it's 2024. Can we really define her as a female? How dare you jump to that conclusion? After multiple interviews with the police, Thomas, Samaya, admitted she'd been lying. No kidding. Claiming that she got cold feet on meeting him and no longer wanted to. Well, she could have just not answered the door. I don't know if she considered that. And she didn't have to do the 911 thing. She fabricated her tales of abuse because she didn't think officers would help, so she made up this call and the events that she described. Because, again, let's say it together, she is crazy. Crazy. After being read her rights, she told the cops that she pulled the 911 gambit, they're calling it, because she didn't want the mail here and felt we wouldn't be able to do anything if she just called normally. She was arrested for placing a false 911 call, making a fake report of an indictable offense, both of which are misdemeanors. But, she was released from a county jail, and she's going to go back to court. So, yeah. Dude in that story did what we like to call in the business, dodged a bullet. Yet I don't know what, when you see that, you go, got to have me some of that. Right? Or maybe you got to have you some of this. This dude is right? Dude, there's a piece of work. Mitchell Vest. Now, you probably don't remember Mitchell, but if you do, extra points for you. He was he just made his first court appearance, and let's go back just a little bit. I don't have the Wayback Machine here, but I will. That's the Wayback Machine. If you will remember, Mitchell Vest, back in, was it January? I think it was, when he decided he was going to go antiquing. Remember him? And he decided that after he saw some antiques that really kind of pushed his button, that he would push those buttons right up his butt. Remember, he took the stuff from antique stores and shoved them up his rectum. Damn near killed him. What could you possibly, seriously, you go into, I've been into many antique shops, many little flea markets, and not once have I ever thought, I have got to shove that up my butt. It's just never, not even remotely crossed my mind. So he pled guilty to criminal mischief in connection with the incidents that happened earlier this year at shops in Spring. That is a Houston suburb. Of course it is. I'll let you enjoy him. As part of the plea deal, this dude is not small. He is 6'6" tall. He is 250 pounds, and he was sentenced to Harris County Criminal Court to 12 months probation. What? Really? Probation? That didn't make a bee very happy. Since Vest is a first-time offender, if he successfully completes the probationary term, the misdemeanor conviction could be wiped. I see what they did there. Wiped from his record. Hey! Let's hope they wiped off the pieces of antique stuff. Wow. The question is, can he stay away from antique stores and flea markets and not cram other stuff up his butt between now and 12 months from now? I mean, seriously, if you're that dedicated to whatever, and I'm not judging. You want to shove antiques up your butt, that's fine. As long as they're your antiques and you're doing it somewhere where the rest of us don't have to watch you shove antiques up your butt. I feel like that could be a reality show. But if your addiction, if your thing, if your, problem is that bad that you got to do it in an antique store, then there's a shot that this guy might not make it 12 months. So he has to successfully complete the probationary term. According to police, he visited one store and placed a makeup. I remember this so well. Placed a makeup brush and a restoration hardware piece in his anus before placing them back on the shelf for display. The owner of a second business, the Curiosity Shop, and that's curious, all right, told cops that Vest took an antique bottle opener and a tobacco tent can and placed them into his butt under his green skirt. It's a kilt. What is a tobacco tent can? I've never tobacco tent, because if this has got like a weird shape to it, we're all going to be let's see. Is that a tent can? It's okay, so it's oval. So that's all right. Hang on a second. I mean, this is here. Come over here. Bring this way. Put that there, and that there is a. What did I just call it? A tobacco tent can. You got Prince Albert in the can. Hey! In both instances, the soiled merchandise valued at a combined $204 had to be thrown away due to feces on them. You think? Well, at least it was pipe tobacco. I mean, maybe it. Yeah. Since his arrest, Vest has been free on a $100 bond. Well, that'll certainly. I'm sure that kept him from. He is described as retired in court filings. Vest and his wife, she must be so proud, own a $600,000 home in the Woodlands, which is a Houston suburb. Sounds like a nice place, right? Let's see who's over in the chat room. What y'all doing? Curtis over there. Great. Now he can't do that thing with his finger. Hey! Yeah, what is that thing? She probably met him in line at the 7-Eleven, says Unfolding Joker. Roger Rabbit, I'm sure it's a specific thing in 2024. You can't discriminate against those who identify as butt stuffers. Hold on. You know. You don't want to let him into pet stores, what you don't want to let him do. I mean, that's just common sense. Right there. Next up. Just because I had to see it one more time, so do you. All right, next up, what we have is a fine picture here of a big old crocodile. And it is a big old crocodile, and it's a crocodile because it's over in Australia, and apparently this crocodile was kind of a dick. It was wow, Wow, it's 3.63 meters long. How the hell long is that? Let's see. Hey, Siri, how long is 3.63 meters in feet?
0.91 feet.
All right, so it's like a 12-foot crocodile. And so apparently this crocodile had a thing for stalking and lunging out of the water at kids and adults in the town of Bulla. I don't guess he got the don't guess he got the memo. You really shouldn't do that. I mean, he may have thought that it was, all fun and games. The people, they say, weren't the only targets. There's a big-ass crocodile. The crocodile had also taken multiple community dogs. Tasty. Authorities added in their statement on the matter that following discussions with members of the local Aboriginal community in Bulla, the animal was shot. And they didn't let it go to waste because this does have a happy ending. They served the crocodile up as part of a feast in the traditional manner. He was placed on the barbecue and subsequently cooked up into a crocodile tail soup. What does crocodile tail soup taste like? Chicken, probably, right? I mean, look at that. That is a big-ass. That's a big-ass crocodile. A number of the cuts of meat were also wrapped in banana leaves and cooked underground. I mean, they were serious about getting rid of this dude and having him for dinner. It's only fair, right? But by eating the crocodile, were they also not just eating their pets? You think about it, it's kind of weird. It was a rather large traditional feast, and there were a few full bellies, Sergeant Andrew McBride told the press. As a result of widespread following in western parts of the region earlier this year, the animals have been increasingly popping up where they've never been seen before. Well, there you go. If you're headed over there, make sure you take your crocodile spray with you. All right, this is a weird headline. Let's see if I've got just the headline over here. Don't think I have just... Do I have just the headline? Nope, don't have the headline. All right, so I'm just going to let you look at the picture while I describe the headline. Headline in the Daily Mail: new organ discovered in the human throat that lubricates an area behind the nose is found accidentally by researchers studying prostate cancer.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck.
How? I mean, seriously, they're working on prostate cancer and they find something in the back of this throat? That's a hell of a prostate exam. Scientists in the Netherlands have discovered a new organ in the human throat. Just been hiding there, plain sight the whole time. Researchers were testing a new cancer scan when they accidentally uncovered a set of glands deep in the upper part of the throat.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck.
Dubbing them as the tubercle salivary glands, the team believes the organ helps keep an area behind the nose well lubricated. Seriously, how long have we been doing medicine stuff? How long have doctors been practicing? And they're just now finding this set of glands? The back of the throat? Avoiding these glands in patients receiving radiation treatment may provide an opportunity to improve their quality of life, according to the report published last month in Radiology and Oncology. Let me just tell you, that is a partying bunch at that place. Scientists were testing that new PSMA PET scan, PET CAT scan, which looks for prostate cancer using a combination of computed tomography. That would be your CAT scan. I don't have to tell you that. And positron emission photography. That would be your PET scan. Again, I don't have to tell you that. You know. To do so, doctors inject a radioactive tracer into a patient and trace its path. The procedure is excellent for detecting metastasized prostate tumors, but it also happens to be good at detecting salivary gland tissue as well, according to Live Science. When they injected the tracer into a patient, Two unexpected areas lit up way in the back of the nasopharynx. For those of you in Lancaster, that's the area behind the nose. So there you go. You had a new organ you didn't even know you had. Right? Right. Let's see. Oh, this particular episode of it's been a while since I've done this. I've left all my buttons in different places. If you are experiencing any problems with your nasopharynx objectifier, transmodulator, and the Thorntner valve, I mean, seriously, they can get out of whack in a heartbeat, can they not? Head to getwellmojo.com. What will you find there? You'll find some good old-fashioned health care. Health care you can trust. Health care you can trust because they're not a bunch of wackadoodle wokies. Did I say that out loud? I did not. I just meant to say you can trust the wellness company. At least I do. Find out if you like them and if you like doing business with them yourself. Don't take my word for it. Take a look at getwellmojo.com. They get these emergency medical kits that you can buy, have them in your car, have them in your go bag, have them, if you're Mitchell Vest down in Houston, shove them up the old rectum. Damn near killed him. Hey! It's getwellmojo.com. All right, moving on in today's episode of question whether I want to do this or not. So, a Hawk Tua girl, I was kind of surprised because I found the original video, and the original video is downtown Nashville, my old stomping grounds down there, and I'm like, wait a second, so that. Hey man, what's doing now? So dude down there is me. Hey baby,
You want me to say? Oh, okay.
Okay, so anyway, that's kind of why I was afraid to do that, because you can watch the whole. Well, you can watch that. You can watch the entire video. It's over on YouTube, and apparently Nashville has become like the what is it? The bridesmaids party. What do you call them? Bachelorette party. Whew. Tell me, it's a good thing I'm not in the debate tonight because I would lose the damn thing. Let me just say. But apparently it's become the bachelorette party capital of the world. Maybe it's just because I left. I don't know. But there's some other interesting answers in that video. I'll just leave it at that. This dude right here. This dude is what we like to call a dick. This dude goes by the name of Quentin Hill. Quentin Hill is a dick. Quentin Hill is 31 years old. He was found guilty last week on charges of malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony stemming from the death of Wesley Hill, who's 28. And yeah, they shared the same last name because Wesley Hill was his brother. And Dickie McDickerson here and his brother got into a fight over a fan. Now, I'm not saying that, the crazy weather it's hot. And it's hot in Georgia. But when you get into a fight to the point where, you're shooting each other and you kill your own brother, that's a dick move. So officers responded to a call of a person shot at a home in the 4700 block of Lost Colony Court in Stone Mountain. Officers found the victim, Wesley Hill, lying on the living room floor with, he was leaking. According to the investigation, witnesses said that Dickface here shot his brother Wesley and then drove off in his mom's car. One witness who was in the bedroom at the time heard the gunshots being fired. She told the mother was also in the house. She told investigators the brothers had a dispute over a fan, and dipshit here grabbed a gun and shot his own brother. I mean, what a douche. Sorry, didn't mean to be Buzz Killington. Hey, how about some cows? How about some cows? Right? I mean, they're fun, they're happy, they taste good. I don't know if they taste better than crocodile or not. But in Denmark, if you're a cow or you're a pig farts a lot, you are going to get taxed. They are going to start taxing livestock farmers for greenhouse gases emitted by their cows and sheep and pigs starting in 2030. They'll be the first country to do so as it targets a major source of methane, or as they say that, methane. I guess that's England. Same thing. Denmark, England. What's the difference? Right. One of the most potent gases contributing to global warming. Lord knows, the world was a horrible place after man got here. The aim is to reduce Danish greenhouse gas emissions by 70% from 1990 levels by 2030. Wait a second. How many people live in Denmark? Denmark population. Seriously? All right, how many people would you think live in Denmark? Because it ain't very many. 6 million. 6 million, and they're getting all wired up and weirded out, and they're going to start 6 million people. Okay. As of 2030, Danish livestock farmers will be taxed 300 kroner per ton of carbon dioxide equivalent in 2030. Tax will increase to 750 kroner. That sucks. That's a kroner sucking right there. These people, I mean, there's just so much stupid in the world. Can't take it. See, over Unfolding Joker says maybe blob is a better description. Oh, are we talking about, are we all the way back to her? They can now make shoes and belts for the whole community. Oh, with the crocodile. I mean, you got to hand it to them. I mean, at least they didn't just shoot it and throw it into the water. I mean, they shot it, they ate it, and they probably do have some nice boots, wallets, belts, right? And Roger Rabbit says they found the... I said they found the...
Oh, you gotta give him that huck!
Land. That really disturbed me looking at her when I was saying that. See, Gonzo Johnny, about 5 million. Nice. You're only $1 million off. But isn't that weird? I mean, what's that going to do? 90... They should tax, Roger Rabbit says, they should tax any human over 400 pounds. The gases they expel can make paint peel. Ever have the pleasure of smelling a 400-pounder's methane perfume? What's Gonzo with free milk? Make the cows pay with free milk. Not a bad idea. Sorry. I'm sorry. I still see what's-her-face in the corner of my eye. But I got to see her. You got to see her, too. All right, so this next dude, I'm back at the Haktua gland. There's Dickie McDickface. There's flatulent cows. This guy right here. There's another dick. I mean, or just crazy. There he is with his buddy. All right, so Larry Sanders, Larry Sanders lives in Oklahoma, or at least did live in Oklahoma. He's the one on the left, and his pal Jimmy Knighton, he's the one on the right. They were out fishing when something really strange and tragic happened. Who writes this stuff? Sanders reached over and killed his buddy Jimmy. But when you hear the reason, maybe you'll understand. Maybe this is... Sanders believed that Knighton was summoning Bigfoot to eat him. And they could vote. Well, Jimmy can't anymore because he's He's dead. During his trial, Sanders claimed that he was spotted 3 Sasquatches on the riverbank and that the only thing that made sense is that Knighton had planned for the creatures to kill his friend. What the? I acted out of survival mode, he said. This week, a judge sentenced Sanders to spend the rest of his life behind bars without the chance of parole. The sentencing became hectic when Sanders reacted vehemently to the prosecutor reading tweets mocking the Sasquatch claim, posts which Sanders dismissed as irrelevant. The tweets were intended to illustrate the public mockery of the situation, which deeply affected Knighton's family. The judge eventually booted Sanders from the courtroom, and he declined to return to hear a sentence delivered. It's like, hey, throw me in jail, see if I give a damn. Seriously, what in the hell is wrong with people? Right? I was looking for a good picture of these next folk, but then I just decided, it probably wouldn't be a really good idea. So I just put, like an image with a bunch of guns and Hell's Angels. Because 6 members of the motorcycle club's Bakersfield chapter got charged with kidnapping, robbery, assault, and others. I don't know what others is, but it can't be good. Am I right? I'm shocked, I tell you, shocked. That Hells Angels would... The entire Bakersfield chapter of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club has been arrested in California on various charges. Kern County Sheriff's Department said that, I guess there's just 6 of them. The times are tough. 6 members of the Motorcycle Club's Bakersfield chapter arrested, including its president and vice president. I mean, do you really think it was like, why am I blanking on the show? And you're yelling. I can hear you yelling it. The show. The motorcycle show. Sons of Anarchy. I knew that. Don't yell at me. It makes you wonder if it was like that. All suspects have been charged with kidnapping, first-degree robbery, criminal threats, false imprisonment, assault with a firearm, participation in a criminal street gang, criminal conspiracy, and intimidating a witness or victim, as well as elder abuse. What? I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. I can't believe that. Sorry, I'm getting... I'm getting distracted by the clickbait on the side of this. Hot rodent boyfriend is the latest trend reframing men's bodies. Why can't we extend this generosity toward women? Hot rodent boyfriend? We'll save that for next week. If you run into Eddie Sanchez... Tell him we all said, hey, Eddie Sanchez is he's a dumbass, is what he is. So a police department near Atlanta got a call last month, on a Saturday morning after an ex-employee at a waste management company showed up and took a front loader for a spin. You can see behind Eddie Sanchez there in the picture. And if you're listening to the podcast version of Midweek Malarkey, I highly recommend you go back and you watch the video because it's a real doozy there. He showed up. He took a front loader for a spin. They had fired him in September. He was still driving it around the lot when the cops got there, but then he took off and started driving down a public road, still in the front end loader. Multiple patrol cars chased after him, but the thing weighs, like 75,000 pounds. So what are they going to do? You're not going to pit that thing. I'm sure somebody would try. But then a quick-thinking cop went back to the business where a current employee agreed to hop onto a second front loader and chase him down. Now, that makes perfect sense, does it not? The guy was a few miles away by then, so they gave the employee a police escort. How fast do those things go? I mean, seriously, they were able to catch up with him? So when they got there, they caught up to the dude. A second dude, we'll call him good guy, front-end loader, driver dude, used the bucket on the second front end loader to flip. So he did. He kind of pitted him front end loader style. Right on. And then Mr. Dumbass Eddie Sanchez, 38 years old, he fell out. It landed on its side. No one got hurt. Yeah, give me a break. No property was damaged either, besides the front loader. Cops' chest cam got it all on video. Eddie is facing charges for theft, obstruction, criminal damage to property, eluding police, reckless driving, and just general all-around stupidity. I may have added that last charge, but if they didn't charge him with that, they should have. Let's see, where are we going next? Why don't we? Nah, that one will wait. This one? No. Let's talk about Michael Gale Nash, shall we? Michael Gale Nash is really, really dumb. Where did it go? Michael Gale Nash was back in 2018. He was arrested after he was caught outside a bank counting the money that he had just stolen. That's back in 2018. And then just a couple of months ago, he tried to rob the same bank. That would be the First National Bank there in Alaska. Could not find, I don't think I found a picture of dude, did I? No, I did not. Next story will get you. So he robs the bank in 2018, and then he, by the way he got caught in 2018, he handed the teller a demand note with his name and birthday written on the back. Almost makes you feel sorry for him, doesn't it? He was arrested because he tried to hold up the very same location and basically did the same thing. It's almost as though he wanted to go back to prison. He was sentenced for the first heist. He was sentenced to prison for 12 months and a day because they found him sitting on the curb directly in front of the building, counting the $400. Wow, $400. Bank robbery ain't what it used to be, right? He was captured this time in front of the bank. Was he? He tell me he was not. He was not counting the money. He tried to get through the front door several times. 2 employees attempted to tell him the bank didn't open until 10. Sorry, you can't come in to rob us. We don't open until 10. He refused to leave, slipped a note through the doors to a bank supervisor. The supervisor saw the word robbery, immediately yelled for the bank door to be locked, and called 911. But instead of running away, Nash stayed firmly put, according to the complaint. Bank employees on the inside then started contacting colleagues who hadn't yet arrived for work, warned them to stay away. As when a security guard in the bank walked up to the door, told Nash that if he didn't leave, the police would be called. Nash replied that he would not be departing and to go ahead and call the damn police. Yeah. Go ahead. I do. I feel sorry for the guy. At this point, I just feel sorry for him because he's obviously just stupid. And there is a lot of stupid in the world. And let me just tell you, this is one of the dumbest things I think I have ever heard. And that's saying something. This woman is Jenna Longoria. She is a women's health and hormone expert. She lives just outside of Austin. She was boarding her flight around 9 a.m. In San Francisco at the international airport there. This just happened yesterday? Maybe today. So she gets on board the flight 9 a.m. at San Francisco International Airport. And you know what she did next? That bitch. You're going to be just as pissed off as I am when you hear about this. Here's what that heinous woman did.
Okay, so we were denied boarding, myself, my 16-month-old son, my mother. What happened, and I will tell you what happened right now, I was speaking to one of the flight attendants, got their pronouns wrong. The other flight attendant didn't like it. I said, I'm really sorry.
She got the pronouns wrong of the flight attendant. Wow.
I'm not very versed with pronouns. They're saying
no one is, because it's stupid. Sorry.
That it's a hate crime that I did, that I might not even be able to ever fly United. We don't even know how we're going to get back today. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my rights are here.
Man. When the flight attendant, who identifies as a woman, gave me our boarding pass, I said, "Thank you, sir." That's it. That's what she said. "Thank you, sir." I mean, has Rachel Levine is she a flight attendant now? Because, I mean, just saying. It's ma'am. Seriously. Rachel Levine, try harder. When the flight attendant, who identifies as a woman, gave the boarding pass, said, "Thank you, sir," that's it. She's still confused over the incident. Yeah, as anybody would be, because it's stupid. This pronoun thing. She got upset. I walked to the plane to go down the aisle. Then she held my mother back and wouldn't let her come with me past the gate. On board, she asked another male flight attendant for assistance. Hang on a sec. You got to see this other picture. Because yeah. Over here. Put this here. I mean, this is a mistake anybody could make if this is the person. United Airlines official said she was kicked off for transgender comments. I mean, it looks like a dude, doesn't it? Anyway, Longoria, back up here because this is so stupid. On board, she asked another male flight attendant for assistance, telling him that he, referring to the first flight attendant, had kept her mother, who had been helping with her son, at the gate. He said, "He?" And I said, "Yeah." He then said, "She's wearing a dress." My son is in my hands crying. I'm trying to get on the plane. She recalled, "As a mother, my prerogative is to get my son safely on the plane and not with the pronouns that somebody goes by. Thank you," because that is common sense, and there is no more of that. We're not supposed to be all upset on Midweek Malarkey. By the way, I want to thank Leprechaun for the attire today. I appreciate that. Her mother, her son, and her mother ultimately barred from getting on the plane, which departed with their luggage and medications on board. United Airlines told the Post in a statement that Longoria and her family were prohibited from boarding following a discussion about having too many carry-on items. That is a bald-faced lie. And don't forget who the CEO of United Airlines is, right? I mean, you know who that is, right? It's the cross-dressing dude. What the hell is going on with the world? I don't know anymore. I mean, everything is so damn stupid. I can't handle it. I also can't handle figuring out where hold on a minute. Where did my other window go? Damn it. All right, I want to reopen that closed tab. Sorry. I was going to go over and say hi to everybody over in the Rumble chat room, but for whatever reason, my computer's not letting me go to the Rumble chat room. So, all y'all, thank you for being here. The debate starts in just a little bit. By a little bit, I mean 3 hours from now, and it's going to be quite the shindig. Am I right? Or am I right? It's going to be a big time. Don't forget to join us for the Daily Mojo tomorrow morning. We will have, I still haven't ruled out doing something later on tonight with the debate on. Just, get on here and dick around, because that's what everybody else is doing. So why not me? Just keep your eyes open. I may or may not be doing it, but you're always invited. Anything I do, you're invited. All right? It's me. It's me, Brad, saying, I heart you. I heart you. Don't ever change. And another exciting episode of Midweek Malarkey is in the can, appropriately enough. Please remember to smash that like button if there is one, subscribe if you can, rate and review if it's possible, and tell a couple of friends about the show. Help spread the word if you please. Coming up tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Central, it's another fun-filled excursion into the real world on the Daily Mojo with me and producer Ron. Every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock Central, join me and Jeff Fisher from the Chewing the Fat podcast. It's a lie. Point out the absurd, the ridiculous, and the abnormal. And that's just Congress. Hey-o. Now go forth and be fruitful. We need to outpopulate the stupid. I'll let Habib have the last word. Habib?